Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Tuesday. Yesterday, we had highs in the upper 70s to mid 80s. I think everyone reaches the 80s today, despite more cloud cover, but starting out a lot warmer this morning definitely helps, and we'll have a little bit on the windy side for today. But the big concern is going to be tomorrow. So first and foremost, high wind warning for our northwestern communities. It is still going to be windy along and south of the Turnpike. We may get a wind advisory out of that, but high wind warning first and foremost with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for two-thirds of our viewing area pretty much. So be prepared for that heading into tomorrow. I heard a few people saying that the wind on Friday, that made things blow all over the place. So if you have things out in your yard, please tie them down or bring them inside so it's not... it could be several blocks away. It is just going to be something to be aware of that wasn't the case on Friday. So, on top of that, we have winter returning for one more day on the final official day of winter with a blizzard warning and a winter weather advisory for our northwestern communities where there's a higher probability of getting at least an inch worth of snow. For the rest of northeast Kansas, while snow is possible mixed in with some of the rain, there will be limited as far as how much accumulation is expected to be because of a little bit warmer temperatures, at least initially. But snow is still possible and hazards are still possible because of the wind and the fact that it is going to be precipitating. So at the very least, slush or wet conditions on the roadways, if not icy. So just be aware of that. All right, here's a look at the winds. Says winds today will be increasing, especially for the southeastern portion of our viewing area by this afternoon. More in the 30 to even up to 40 mile per hour range down near I-35. May get a little bit of a break initially for tonight with those winds, but really begin an increase behind that cold front late tonight into tomorrow morning with wind gusts already exceeding 40 miles per hour for most areas by 7 and certainly 45 to almost 65 miles per hour by noon. So these are going to be very, very strong winds as the precipitation is falling, reducing visibility everywhere across northeast Kansas, no matter what precipitation type it is, but especially if it is snow, which most likely it will be for all of northeast Kansas by the afternoon hours. And the strong winds are going to be continuing, exceeding 50 miles per hour, even by 4 o'clock, according to this model. Starting to come down just a little bit by 8, but still staying very windy for much of the area. I do expect much lighter winds on Thursday, sustained at 5 to 10 miles per hour, wind gusts only at 20. Meanwhile, increasing clouds this morning. There is a chance we might be able to clear out, as this model is indicating, as we get closer to sunset. Other models are indicating a little bit quicker clearing taking place, but I'm going mostly cloudy for today on the fact that we might get a little bit of sun both this morning and again late this afternoon. Most of the precipitation holds off until after 3 a.m. This model has it closer to 5, 6 o'clock, pushing into our western communities, and temperatures in the 50s for our eastern communities, but 30s and 40s out west. But look how quickly temperatures drop. By 9 o'clock, now everyone's in the 30s and 40s. And we continue to increase that precipitation from west to east throughout the day, with temperatures dropping into the 30s by 3 o'clock for all of northeast Kansas, with this precipitation moving out of the area by about 8 o'clock or so. As far as how much snow we could potentially get, so I showed you the general forecast for the area on that first map with the warning and advisory, but just going to show you the computer models and how we got to that forecast. Here's a look at first model. Most areas will not have snowfall accumulation except Concordia. And then it overspreads our western communities through about midday. And then by the afternoon, that's when we increase those chances. Now, this model does indicate some areas that are not in the advisory getting more than an inch. But taking a look at our other computer models, not quite as heavy across the area. So basically what we're looking at is pretty high confidence that our northwestern communities will get the relatively higher amounts versus the areas further to the southeast, but how much, that will depend on how quickly it pushes through, and then for most of us, how quickly it cools down. Temperatures will likely stay above the freezing mark, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we won't have accumulation. It just means that we'll be limited. Here's another computer model's opinion, at least with temperatures. 7 a.m., 40s. the computer model showed you before, temperatures were still in the 50s. So that's why you'll notice in the 8-day forecast, I have 50 for both tonight and tomorrow, at least for Topeka. Actually, I have 52. I think I upped it. I upped it to 52. Just kind of in between those two temperatures. But bottom line is, whatever it is at sunrise along an east of Highway 75, that's as warm as it's going to get all day from sunrise to sunset, because we're in the 30s at 5 p.m. Here's a look at wind chill values. In the 20s for many spots at noon, and still in the low to mid 20s by 4 o'clock. And we pretty much stay in the 20s, but maybe getting down in the teens by Thursday morning by sunrise. Still maybe a little bit of a breeze, but as I mentioned, winds won't be too bad by Thursday. Even a 5 to 10 mile per hour wind when actual air temperature is 29, wind chills near 20. That's not bad. That's about a 10 degree cool down, but that's what you get for even a 10 mile per hour wind. Temperatures rebound back in the upper 50s by Thursday for the first day of spring, and then 60s for Friday through the weekend. Maybe a few spotty rain showers Saturday night into Sunday morning. No severe weather. Other than the severe wind that we'll have with the blizzard. That will be the case in north central Kansas. But as far as spring storms, nothing like that. That stays just up to our north for tonight in Nebraska. But Republic County tonight, storm spotter training class. Marshall County tomorrow night, that has a good possibility of being postponed. So stay tuned for that. But that's, as of right now, if you want to go to that one, that's at 7 o'clock. Put that in your calendar and stay tuned for tomorrow just in case it gets postponed. Coffee County on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Here's a quick check of our extended outlooks. We are pretty much going to be dry once we get past the storm system tonight and tomorrow, and then that slight chance of rain Saturday night and Sunday. That might be it for the precipitation chances for the rest of the month. Maybe. Not guaranteeing it, but I can tell you that as far as today is concerned, it will be the warmest day that we'll have within the next 10 days. So if you're a fan of the warm weather, albeit windy, today's your day. But huge cool down tomorrow, and then rebounding nicely for more spring-like temperatures starting on Thursday for the first week or so of spring. Have a great day.